Thank you. Gracias. Thank you. It's great to be here among friends who support and understand the value of public education and the work of California educators. The music we just heard reminds me that another school year is coming to an end. Thousands of students will graduate next month, and this fall, thousands more will enter our schools for the very first time. Our public schools and colleges can be the great equalizers. While the playing field is never truly level, all of us are born with varying advantages and disadvantages. The quality public schools make it possible to rise above those differences. Public education helps individuals and families rise out of poverty. Public education helps make a child's dream a reality. I would not be here standing before you if it weren't for a strong public education system. My parents were both public school educators, and one of the most proudest moments, proudest days in my life was when a public school in Santa Maria was named after my father. He believed in the power of education and instilled that belief in me at a very early age. Well, folks, things have certainly changed since then. Now, our public education system, and our state for that matter, are all in a state of emergency. Over the past 3 years, K-12 schools and higher education have been cut by over $20 billion. Class sizes have skyrocketed. Vital programs like art and music have been cut. The school year has been shortened, and 40,000 educators have lost their jobs. CSU and UC tuition hikes are literally pricing students out of a college education, and that's not right. We have the 8th largest economy in the world, yet we rank 43rd in the nation in per pupil funding, and we've dropped to dead last in the number of counselors, nurses, and librarians. When an economic powerhouse like California persistently ranks so low, I think it really calls into question the value that we place on our students and schools. What is our commitment to public education? I believe, folks, that we can and that we should do better. Do you agree with me? While the state budget has been hit hard by the downturn in the economy, no doubt, it has been exacerbated by California's broken and unfair tax system. The bottom 20% of workers pay 11% of their income in taxes, while the state's wealthiest pay less than 8%. Corporate profits are up, but some corporations pay zero taxes to educate our children, to pave our roads, or provide clean drinking water. California's tax structure is set up to keep corporations and the rich even richer, while the poor and middle class pay more. The current system, folks, isn't working for most Californians, especially our students. If we don't think differently about taxes and revenues, the deficits that we are facing now will persist for years to come. We've got to start thinking differently. But that's a long-term fix. To prevent even further and immediate devastation to our schools and other vital community services, lawmakers need to extend the existing tax rates. They need to extend those tax rates. We're not talking about raising taxes, mind you. No one would pay more than they are now. But without those temporary tax extensions, another $4 billion will be cut from our schools. Class sizes will increase from 35 to 40 students. Art and music programs will be eliminated. And thousands of seniors and poor children are losing and will lose their health care. I want to thank our Governor Brown for trying to negotiate in good faith to put the current tax extensions before the people. He tried. He and some Democratic lawmakers were serious about getting this done and protecting our schools. Unfortunately, the other party seemed to be more interested in a growing list of special interest demands. Shame on them. Shame on them. I promise you, California teachers and educators are serious about making sure that our students and schools get the resources they need. During the week of May 9th through the 13th, CTA is joining parents, education, labor groups to take part in actions around the state to draw attention to the emergency that we are all facing right now. Those actions will include daily sit-ins at the Capitol building and rallies throughout the entire state. I hope, folks, that you will join us at a rally near you. Lawmakers must pass a budget that protects our schools, our colleges, and our communities. I'm a kindergarten teacher from Santa Maria. When my students graduated, most of them had 12 or more years of school left. When I looked into those faces, each year, I wanted to know that in those coming years, they'd have the support and the resources that they needed and deserved. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I became a public education advocate. I believe California can still be the Golden State. We once were the nation's gold standard for public education. With your help, folks, we can begin again. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. Thank you very much.